Dear student, from today we are going to start our syllabus of second semester of BSc Part 1 Compulsory English. So, I have sent you the syllabus and you must have seen all that, in which we have some prose, some poetries and some grammar sections and communication skills and writing skills, of which we are going to start today the prose section, and in which the first lesson is 3 questions written by Leo Tolstoy. About the author: Leo Tolstoy, 1828-1910, was a Russian writer considered to be one of the world's greatest novelists. Tolstoy was among the most well-known exponent of the style of literary realism. His most famous novels, War and Peace, Anna Karenina, are often considered to be two of the greatest novels ever written. He has also written many short stories that remain popular to this day. Tolstoy, equally well known as the social reformer and for his extensive philosophical writings. He believed in principles of Christian anarchism. Both M.K. Gandhi and Martin Luther King were greatly influenced by and adopted as their own Tolstoy ideas on non-violent resistance. So, as far as the author Leo Tolstoy is concerned, we know very well that he was a Russian writer considered to be one of the world's greatest novelists on the basis of his novels War and Peace and Anna Karenina. As far as the style of writing is concerned, he focused on the literary realism. Literary realism means whatever he has written in his whole life is totally based on the reality, and he always tried to delineate the reality of the society with the help of his novels, and we get some realistic touch in his writing. That's why he was the great exponent of style of literary realism. Generally, we have the literature in which we find two types of literature. One is based on reality and another is based on fantasy. We can say imagination. Generally, novels is the form that is totally, we can say, is most of the portion of that particular novel is based on imagination. That's why we call romance. Romance means the literary piece of art that is based on the imagination, that is called romance. But as far as the particular writer Leo Tolstoy is concerned, he tried to delineate the reality of the society with the help of literature. That's why we can consider him the great exponent of the literary realism. His most famous novels are War and Peace and Anna Karenina. You must keep in mind the most important novels written by Leo Tolstoy. You may be asked in exam. Are often considered to be one of the greatest novels ever written. He has also written many short stories that remain popular to these days. Tolstoy is equally well known as a social reformer. You know very well, who always try to reform the society with the help of his writing. Whenever he come across some follies in the society, come across some discrepancies or some bad habits that prevalent at that particular society, is always try to focus or satire around that particular habits or that particular bad habits that generally we find in the society. He always try to reform that society with the help of his writing. That's why we can say he was social reformer. For his extensive philosophical writing, and we when we go through his short stories, other philosophical writings, novels, we get some realistic philosophical touch and we learn much more thing while going through his literature. Tolstoy is he believed in the principles of Christian anarchism. This is the most important term. You must understand what is anarchism. Anarchism means generally when we are living in a society, we have to follow rules and regulations that are formed by government and that are forced by government. But as far as anarchist, if any person is anarchist, he believes that if the society wants to live peacefully, there is no need to force any rules and regulation laws by the state. Society, the individual living in the society should behave with the help of his intuition, spiritual understanding, and try to spread one we can say fraternity in the society. Means there is no need to force any laws by the state. Instead of that, people living in that particular society should be free to behave as they like. Means they don't need to spread any type of anarchism. Anarchism means there is no need to force the laws on the people by the state. That is anarchism. And generally the Christian anarchism means whatever rules and regulations or principles has been given there in the Christianity, the people living in the society should follow that principle given in the Christianity, not the laws that have been found by the state. Instead of following the laws by the state, people living in the society should follow the principles and rules and regulations that have been given in the Christianity, in the religion Christianity. That is the Christian anarchism, and he was the great exponent and great believer in that principle of Christian anarchism. We know very well M.K. Gandhi and Martin Luther King were greatly influenced by him, and they always try to adopt the principles of non-violence resistance. And we know very well when we got our freedom from the British rule, that was only because of that non-violence resistance, and because in that mighty reign of Britain we were totally unable to fight with them with our lathis and katis, but there was the only person that was Gandhi, and who teaches the resistance with the help of non-violence, and that is the very K factor we can say, and we on the basis of only with the help of that factor we could get our freedom from our British shackles. And that principle of non-violent resistance he brought up from Leo Tolstoy. So about the story, this story was part of short story collection titled What Men Live By and Other Tales. This is the collection of stories from which that particular text has been extracted, from which What Men Live By and Other Tales, the first published, which was first published in 1885, taking the form of parable. Parable means one type of story that gives some moral lesson to the society. While reading that particular story, we generally get some moral lessons. That is called parable. Three questions narrate the story of a king who seeks answer to three questions which he considered to be crucial to succeeding in life. These three questions, that most important questions generally we come across in our life, and if we generally think, if we know that the answer to these three questions, we may be the successful person in our life. But what are that three questions, and what are the answer of that three questions we have to get while going through this particular text. And this is most interesting text, and we have to learn much more while going through this particular story. So let us start the story. It once occurred to a certain king that if he always knew the right time to begin everything, if he knew who were the right people to listen to and whom to avoid, and above all, if he always knew what was the most important thing to do, he would never fail in anything he might undertake. These are the three questions. The king, there was a king and he wanted to know the answer of these questions. As a king, he wanted to be the most successful person in the world, and that's why he come across these three questions and he wanted to get the answer of these three questions from the various people. And what were that three questions? The first was, he always knew the right time to begin everything. This is the first question. If we know the right time to begin anything, we must, if we start, well, begin is half done, we generally say. If we know the right time to begin something, we will get success in that particular thing definitely. If we have ideas about that, what are the right time, which are the right time from that point we should start our work, if we know beforehand, we will be definitely successful in that particular task we have to undertake. And that is the first questions. What is the first questions? What is the right time to begin everything? This is the first question. So we should know the right time to begin everything. If you know, and second question is, if he knew who were the right people to listen to and whom to avoid. And when we live in the society, we have lot of people around us, and in that people, among that people, there are some people that are most important to us, and there are some people that we should avoid them. But how can we differentiate between them? How can we know who is most important person for me and who is not? And the idea about this we should get, and that's why he come across the second questions. The who are the most important person in our life and who are not, whom should we avoid? This is the second question he comes across. And after all, the third question is, if he always knew what was the most important thing to do. We should know, while living life in this world, we should know beforehand what is the most important task we have to undertake. If we want to be the most successful person in our way, so we should know the most important thing in this world that we have to perform. And that's why he was king and he wanted to answer to these three questions from the persons around him. And that's why this whole story is about that three questions he always tried to get the answer for. So we should also keep in mind the three questions. Which are three questions? The first question is, we should always know the right time to begin something. What is the right time to begin something? Second question is, who are the most important person that we should pay attention more, and who are not so important person and we should avoid them. This is the second questions. And third question is, we must know what is the most important task, what is the most important thing we have to do in our life. These are the three questions, and we should know the answer of the three questions, and each and everybody living in this world should know the answer of these questions. The dear student, we will try to get the answer of these three questions in next video. Till then, okay, we will continue the remaining portion in next video. Thank you.